Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, hi, my name is Victoria and I'm here to share with you my passion about makeup and skincare. So if you still haven't joined my family, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will be notified about my future videos. Also follow me on Instagram and I have a TikTok account with the same username. In today's video we're gonna review this little box over here. I mean, it's not as little, it's quite chunky, and as always we're gonna review, check everything out, make sure that we got something good and that it's still worth your money. If you still get in this BoxyCharm by IPSY, let's just dive right into this and let's see guys what is happening this month, because you know it's always hit or miss. So I'm excited to try all of this stuff with you and finally add some color to my face, because I mean I have my foundation on and I have some of the complexion products on but no color, and we want the color. So let's jump right into checking out those products. And right from the beginning I want to tell you that I'm gonna film this video for 2 days just because I got 2 eyeshadow palettes, spoiler alert, and one of them I already tried yesterday because it was something that I'm familiar with. We're gonna discuss that palette today, but I'm gonna just add a footage of the whole look that I created yesterday, and I must tell you guys that it was a great wear day, wear test, and we're gonna get into this. So I think I'm gonna start from the theme of the month, just like always, and the theme of this month called Spring into Self-Care. So it said here, nourish your skin, savor a sweet treat, soak in the beauty of nature. This month, indulge in life's simple pleasures and let your glow run wild. Yes please, we're here for that. I think I'm gonna start, I kind of was planning to start from the eyeshadow palette because I mean I need some eye makeup. I'm going to work, it's another working day, another good day to do a wear test, but I think that we're gonna start from the lip product just because I don't have anything on my lips and I feel like they get a little dry and I don't like feeling dryness on my lips, because you know there are so many good products to kind of like get that hydration going. So I'm thinking we're gonna start from my choice section, and I got here a little product from Tower 28, and this used to be the best seller in a store when I was working at Sephora. So I'm excited to actually introduce this to my collection because I never owned that. I tried that, but I never had this in my collection, so I can't tell you for sure how long does it stay on your lips or something like that, or how well the wear test is going. So I'm thinking we're gonna apply this today right at the beginning of the video, so at least I'll be able to tell you how my lips will feel after wearing this for at least hour and a half. So I got here Tower 28 Shine On Lip Gel in Pistachio that retails for $16. Pistachio, it's a gorgeous semi-sheer milky nude pink, and when we're looking at the packaging, it's very simple, it's very classic, it's that, you know, minimalistic look, and you know a lot of people complain that it's leaking, so we're gonna definitely check is it actually something that's happening. Also we have 2 different formulas, sheer and milky, so if you want something more sheer or something more milky, you can definitely choose between those 2 categories. I got the milky one. This is definitely the color that was selling out so fast, so I'm very excited. It has 12 months of a shelf life, it's vegan and cruelty free, it's made in USA, and it has 3.9 milliliters. Honestly, for the price, it's definitely more on the affordable side at Sephora. I'm gonna say it one more time, at Sephora. But if this is something that you can buy in a drugstore, I mean, I don't see why not spend less money and get something comparable. But it's supposed to be kind of like a hybrid between lip oil and lip gloss, so I'm very excited to get some nourishment for my lips and also some glossy look. Let's try this. It has really tiny spoolie. I usually prefer something more like a doe foot applicator, like big, chunky, but whatever. So I'm just gonna apply this to my lips and see how it goes. It definitely has a sweet scent, so be aware of that if you're sensitive to scents. That's definitely something for you to know about. The shining portion is gorgeous, honestly. It gives you juicy lip. It's very pretty. Like, I knew this color would be an amazing color because I tried this before, and I knew it's gonna be something that I can throw in my bag because it's so non-problematic. It's very thin. It's not sticky. From the key ingredients we have here apricot kernel oil and also raspberry seed oil. Those 2 oils basically good for nourishing and hydrating your lips. And another oil is a rosehip oil that basically balancing your lips with vitamins like A and E. So it's good for like repairing dry lips and all that stuff that's, you know, bothering you on your lips when they need hydration. I feel like it's very comfortable. It's very balmy. I like that it's not sticky. I like that it's so thin. And so far I don't see any problem with this. So this is a good start. We're gonna put this aside. We're gonna see how it's gonna work throughout the video. I definitely can see that it's very decent lip gloss, but let's see how it's gonna stay on the lips, because my assumption, if it's a hybrid between lip gloss and lip oil, that's definitely gonna be something that maybe will lose its shine, but will leave that balmy feel to hydrate your lips, which is always a good thing. Even if the glossy part is wearing off, you still will feel the hydration, and that's a good part to have in a lip gloss. Now real fast, let's take a look at my choice section. And guys, here you see that there is two different options of Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Longwear Gel Eyeliner, and honestly I was kind of looking at that, but then at the same time I looked at the Tower 28 lip gloss and I assumed that this is going to be a good choice for summertime. There were also two skincare products and another one was a scalp mask, and I decided that the option I chose, it probably is the best option so far for the style of my life I'm having right now, so we're gonna go with that. Next guys, I mentioned that I filmed a chunk of the video yesterday, so that was about my other choice, and this is really iconic Natasha Denona palette, and I feel like it's not like this palette is iconic, but the palette where it was taken from is iconic, because I have here Glam palette. It's a bit dirty, but I want to show you inside, and I want to show you what colors were taken from this palette, because it's definitely the case. So here you have it guys. I wouldn't necessarily call it identical, but I want to tell you that two mattes we see here that are very similar to the mattes we have in Crease and Transition in the big palette. The same way with three shimmers. We have here definitely center eyelid one, which is going to be this one. Then we have here, it looks like it's an inner corner color, which is definitely, even the name is the same, inner corner. And the other one looks like outer eyelid color. I can guarantee you, if you have this palette, the big one, you can find so many similarities, and honestly the formula is amazing. It's still stunning and great and amazing, but the colors are definitely super similar, if not identical. And I can definitely tell you that in this little palette you will not be able to find all the amazing formulas like this ones over here, inner corner color for example, because I mean the intensity is amazing and all the performance overall is amazing. So I just wanted to mention that before jumping into whole video reviewing this palette. But the name of the little palette is Hot Topic, and the way how it's spelled, it's so funny. It's spelled like TAUPIC, and the retail price is $20. I usually get these palettes from my selection, from my like choice section, because I'll tell you why. I have so many little palettes from her, but eyeshadow palettes from this specific section that we get in IPSY or BoxyCharm previously, we definitely get some limited editions, and honestly the formula is so amazing that this helped me to discover her formula in general, and actually it brought her a lot of sales overall because of those little guys. I kept buying big palettes and I know that her formula is amazing, so yesterday wear test obviously proved this again. Also we have here 24 months of a shelf life. It's made in Italy. There's 11.1 gram and all the colors named by their placement, so it's outer eyelid, inner corner, center eyelid, crease and transition. Her mattes, shimmers, metallics, just amazing. Honestly the color payoff, the way how buttery and creamy they are for what it is, how easy it is to blend them, it just out of this world. With this palette it's also so easy to transition from day to nighttime makeup, just because you can definitely make it bolder by just building the color. They are super buildable and I just love that about her formula in general. But I already have like a mini version of this Glam palette and I'm actually excited because I can get this and just travel in case I want to use something a little more cooler, like cooler toned, even though the second color looks a little like in between cool and warm, which I really like and appreciate for my neutral skin tone. But without any further ado, let me just show you the footage from yesterday and show you the look I created. So we will actually look at the performance in live action. Hi my loves, it's Victoria from the past, and today it's one day before filming the whole video, and I'm actually excited to play with this palette. And as I'm getting ready for work, I feel like this is a perfect time to use Natasha Denona new palette that we got in this BoxyCharm by IPSY. So today we're gonna play with this palette and I swatched them already to give you a good chance to see all the color payoff on my hand and actually, you know, see what's happening there. But I think it's time to actually get this to the true test. Even though I know that Natasha Denona's formula is amazing, I mean, this literally gives me a vibe of a Glam palette, so I definitely know what to expect. So let's let's jump right into creating the look because I don't want to be late for work. So I think I'm gonna start from this shade, this creamy beautiful color that's called Transition, and I feel like it's gonna be a good beginning for something very soft but yet something that's gonna be perfect for working day. So I'm just using regular fluffy brush. I actually don't use super fluffy one for this occasion today. I really need to wash my brushes, to be honest, guys. That's the whole thing that's happening. I mean, it's been a moment and I definitely need some time for that. I'm kind of like buffing this color all over my eyelid, and I'm not thinking twice because I know that this is very safe color, and as you build this it can give you intensity because Natasha Denona's formula is really creamy, it's beautiful, it's blendable, and definitely something that you don't have to worry about. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same on my lower lash line as well, just to give some kind of, I don't know, canvas for the other color. So I'm just lightly gonna buff this underneath. You don't see it much, but still I know it's there, and I know it's gonna give me a chance to blend the other color even more seamlessly, so I'm happy about that. Next I'm gonna use the other matte color that's called Crease. It's gonna be this one. This looks pretty. It looks almost like in between of warm and cool shade, which is always flattering if you have neutral or cooler skin tone. Even for warmer skin tone it may look really nice, but as of now I'm trying to kind of like blend this mostly at the outer portion, and this as I'm blending the intensity there, I'm gonna go closer to the actual eyelid and crease. As I'm filming this today, guys, it's snowing in New York and it's crazy. I mean, this video is gonna take me some time to actually, you know, take care of, because I spent 2 days of filming and then I need to do the whole editing portion, so it's definitely gonna be ready next week as of now. But guys, it's snowing and it's crazy for me to see that. I mean, I've seen that happening in Ukraine like, I don't know, a couple days ago, and now it's here, and our weather is usually super similar, so I was really surprised to see something like that back in Ukraine and then, you know, see this beautiful springtime here. But no guys, it got here as well. The snow is here and it's quite crazy. I'm still blending this, and honestly guys, this is super pleasant because her formula is buttery, creamy, amazingly effortless to blend, and I'm loving every second of it. On my skin it transfers mostly as something more cool toned, which is really nice. I like it. I like the way it looks. It kind of gives me that cooler tone look. Okay, let's do the same on our lower lash line. I'm just gonna easily buff it underneath and we'll see how it's gonna go. So I just want to define my lower lash line. Super easy and super effortless. Okay guys, then we have 3 shimmers here, and honestly I'm kind of thinking about using 2 of them. I'm thinking I'm gonna skip this middle one that's called Center Eyelid. I think it's a little too grayish for the look I'm going for, so let's play with those other 2. I want to start from the outer eyelid one, this one. I'm gonna use my finger as of always, and I'm gonna place this mostly at the center of my eyelid and kind of like tap it at the outer portion just to make it more like smooth and well blended. I keep looking to the left or right side. It's because here I have a mirror and here I have my screen basically, where I can see how it's working out. Is it showing the way how it is in the mirror on the screen? It's just the whole thing here. So if you see me like looking back and forth, that's definitely the reason why. So next let's do this inner corner color. This looks super pretty. It's not that metallic color, it's just a nice buttery shimmer, and I'm gonna place this in the inner portion and kind of like press it towards the center just to combine those 2 together. Yes, and it's opening my eye even more, and it's definitely looking smooth and nice, so that's the good part. Okay, next I want to do wings. I'm gonna use one of my liners that I actually got in the BoxyCharm in one of the months, and I still use it. It's Ofra. It's verified liquid liner. I'm still using this, still loving this, so hey, that's a good sign. I mean, if some of the product just stays with you, it's definitely a good sign. So I'm gonna just do like little wings. Well, it always depends. Sometimes they are not so little, so however they wanna go. Today we're gonna do that. Okay, so wings today came out pretty pretty decent, I would say. And now let's do this. I'm gonna first apply my mascara. I'm gonna use today my Armani Beauty mascara, and then I want to just see what's happening, and maybe I need to add something else somewhere. We definitely will clean up the area around and highlight our inner corners, but let's first add some mascara. It's usually giving me ability to actually see, does this eye look need something else, or maybe it looks good the way it is. Okay, so actually it's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of black gel liner from Farah, and I'm gonna just apply this a little bit like in the waterline, mostly on my lower lash. Yes, that's what I needed. And then let's use teeny tiny brush. Let's spray some setting spray, and I'm gonna use the same color that we used for our inner portion to kind of highlight the inner corners. And I just want you to take a look at this, because as you wet the brush, you see how beautifully it transfers onto the eyelid. Like this color gets so beautiful and intense. It's literally perfect for highlighting inner corners. Yes, I really like it. I think it looks great. So then I'm gonna also clean up the areas around. I'm just using clean fluffy brush and going around my eyelid just to smooth out this whole corners. And you also can use the lightest color to clean out the areas that look a little too rough. I also want to add a little bit more powder all around, just because it's a horrible weather and I need my eye look to stay the way it is right now as long as possible. Okay, my loves, and here you have it. Here's the final look that we created using this eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona, and I think I really like it. I obviously enjoy her formula a lot. I don't think those are new colors that I got that I haven't had, but hey, it came out really good, and I'm glad that that's the look I'm gonna wear today for work, because I definitely know that this eyeshadow formula is gonna stay and it's not gonna give me any hard time. So yeah guys, that's the look we created with this palette. So let's come back to reviewing the rest of the box. Okay my loves, now I want to show you my choice section and you'll tell me, did I do a great job? So we had here Lux lip oil from Yenza Beauty. We had also salicylic acid gel cleanser from Rodale. If I said this wrong, I apologize. There's also Wonder Beauty mascara that I already got before and I wasn't crazy about that one. So I think that was fair to choose Natasha Denona, because I mean, I know her formula is amazing, and honestly mini palette or like mini edition of that glam palette is a good choice for traveling. So it's a good option to throw in your bag. And now I think it's just about time to show you my big palette that I got from Galactic and actually create an eye look, because I'm dying to add color to my eyes, just like I mentioned before. I love good colorful makeup, and I think it's about time to start checking the products that IPSY gave me without any chance to choose, and let's see, is it anything good this month? So I have here Galactic the Essential palette that retails for $52. So it's supposed to be a pigmented eyeshadow formula that has very effortless application and also supposed to be very long wearing. It's made in Taiwan. It has 12 months of a shelf life, 18 grams, cruelty free and paraben free. I want to mention that I've tried, do you remember guys, I was really raving about that lip gloss with little rose petals inside that I got from this brand, and it was like super great. It wasn't sticky, it wasn't groundbreaking, but it was super cute looking. It was like a little tube. I still may have it somewhere here. I mean, it's not good at this point to use. Oh, wow girl, I have it right here. It looks horrendous right now because I mean I just have to throw it away. I was reorganizing everything and I'm so surprised it's still here. It looked just amazing and it was blowing my mind in that moment of my life. So I'm very excited to actually try the eyeshadow formula from them. And this palette looks very interesting and very different. I feel like there's definitely good colors to play with. Maybe I'm not gonna do as bold of a look that you can do with this palette just because I'm getting ready for work. But there's 6 matte shades, 5 metallic shades, and 1 color here that's called Lace, and it's a cream sparkle topper. So today we're gonna create a very simple look, most likely something very wearable and good for a daytime routine. But if it's gonna be a good formula, I don't mind using this in a separate video and actually create for you some other options of looks. If you want to see more, just let me know in the comments down below. The other thing I want to tell you guys is that I'm really hoping it's a good formula, just because if it's a bad formula and it's going to perform bad or it's going to give us fallout, I'm going to be very upset based on the fact that I need to actually wear this on a day that I'm gonna be busy. So I hope that's gonna be a good experience. So I can recommend this to you and you will not be upset if you got this in your IPSY Glam Bag Plus without chance to choose. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start from the color. It's called Ballet. It's over here, and this color looks very pretty. It looks more like a cool tone color, and I'm gonna apply this all over my eyelid just to give some base for the look, just like I usually do. And let's try to just buff it like basically all over. And wow, it actually gives some color payoff, which I didn't expect. I'm really hoping this is not going to be something that's going to give me a hard time just because of the day like that. And I'm trying to be very light-handed since I don't know what to expect from this eyeshadow formula. I also want to add here a video of the swatches, like eyeshadow swatches here, so you guys will be able to see what is happening and you know how those shades transformed onto my hand. And obviously after that we're gonna see how it's gonna transform onto my eyelid. And considering that I have very pale skin, this color gives me something which is very interesting because I didn't expect to see anything. I just wanted to kind of like even out my eyelids and you know get rid of some kind of veins that usually are there. Let's check out the color. It's called Skin. I'm gonna switch my brush to something a little more precise and I'm gonna apply this towards the outer portion and then go closer to the inner portion and just go with the flow. Okay, it's quite smooth. I definitely think that this formula is not Natasha Denona because after using that yesterday, I can guarantee you that if you got two palettes, I must say that this formula is still pretty good from what I see. Like these two colors so far blend nicely and it's definitely something that you most likely will not have issues with. But Natasha Denona for me, she just beats a lot of other formulas. I'm just very upset that she's so expensive, but I guess, I mean, if you're doing a good job, you just get expensive. I guess that's what it is. Next one, check out color. It's called Spice. It's going to be this one, and Spice is a little dipper, so I'm going to just keep dipping out the outer portion, and as I go, we're going to try to give that seamless blend to our eyelid. So we added some color, so let's leave it on that. We're going to clean up the mess later, and then I want to add some color that's called Fig. It's this one. I want to add this to my lower lash line. I'm just gonna buff it underneath very lightly. It blends really nicely. I must tell you that this formula is quite lovely. I mean, honestly, $52, those are big money. Next, I'm gonna add this color. It's called Bordeaux, this one. And I'm gonna also place it on the outer portion, kind of just blending those colors all together and buffing this all over the crease area and deepening out this section over here, which I think is gonna look very pretty. And honestly, they blend really nicely into each other, so I'm very excited and very grateful. I think we're not gonna use the deepest color Bark because I feel like it's gonna give us crazy intensity that I just cannot manage to wear today because it's gonna just make our look a little too smoky for the occasion. Okay, it's looking pretty nice, and then I have to decide finally what colors, what shimmers I want to use for my eyelid because they all look very pretty. I think we're gonna use the Twinkle one, even though it looks gorgeous. For some reason I didn't get that on my hand when I was actually swatching it, so it's very saddle, even though it doesn't look like that. Yeah, see, it's very soft and almost hard to see. I'm kind of like pressing this in the middle of my eyelid, hoping that other colors on the top will let it shine through. But it's very smooth, it's just almost invisible, so it's good if you want to do like 1 or 2 mattes and then this color for like lighter look. I definitely would like that. Then we're gonna check out color. It's called Crimson, this one, and I want to apply this mostly on like center and outer portion just to make it nice and smooth. And I like how soft it looks. I feel like it's different, and shimmers are not crazy like shiny, but they really are buttery, I can tell you that. And then I'm excited to try Lace, this color over here on the corner, and I'm gonna basically apply this on the inner portion and kind of like press it on the Twinkle color. Okay. It's pretty. Well, it doesn't look extremely shiny, which you would expect it to be extremely shiny, but no, it doesn't look like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's still very pretty. So let me just clean up the around area. I'm using just clean fluffy brush, and I'm thinking that I will do only a little liner and then mascara. I don't want to go crazy. I don't know, for some reason today I just want it to be light. Yeah, so now let's do this. I'm gonna apply my liner and let's see how everything's gonna look after added liner to this. Okay, today's wings are chunky. Well, we're gonna leave them on that and let's add some mascara. Okay, my loves, then I'm thinking that we're gonna add a little bit of that lace color to highlight our inner corners. So let's just spray some setting spray on the brush and let's highlight our inner corners. Wow, that's a difference. Okay, okay. Wow, that's just beautiful. Okay, guys, and now let's move on to another product, and this one is going to be another IPSY choice, and we're going to talk about this little highlighter over here. This is Farah's highlight collection in the shade Zara Cool Champagne color that retails for $22. It has 4 shades, 3.5 grams, 12 months of a shelf life. It's vegan, cruelty free, and it's made in China. It's supposed to be like beautiful, cool, icy shimmer, and it has very simple packaging, very like old school packaging, just plastic. And overall, I feel like this may be something very pretty. I would normally highlight my inner corners by using this, but today we're gonna just apply this to my cheeks, and I'm just thinking that it's supposed to be customizable intensity, so we're gonna check how it looks by just applying this onto my cheek over here, and I think this may be a little too intense. Hold on. Wait a second. This is crazy. Oh my. Wait a second. I just need to clean up a little bit this whole situation, even though it looks insane. I'm gonna make it more sheer because it's definitely a little too crazy for this look. But guys, just look at that. This is crazy. I didn't expect to see that. So I'm just gonna clean this up a little. Whoa. Okay, that is intense. That is very icy. I wish I got the golden champagne color. I would really love that one, like on a daily basis to use this, because as of now I had to just like clean up the cheeks because it was a little too much for this day. I'm not gonna lie. Let me set my face real fast. I'm like super shocked how luminous and beautiful this highlighter is, because definitely when I looked at the packaging I was like, okay, this looks like one of the simple highlighters. It's gonna be probably chunky, but it's very silky and it definitely gives you that crazy intensity you like, and it's buildable. So I just had to get rid of the intensity a little bit because it was a little too much for this day. But overall, guys, no, this is something that you cannot mess with. Okay, guys, and real fast, let's talk about the last product in this box, and this is going to be this little guy here. It's a saltwater scrub. So this one is Dallas & James Skincare Watermelon Dream Saltwater Scrub that retails for $28. It has 120 milliliters, vegan, cruelty free. The expiration date is on 09/2027, made in USA, and it has beautiful glass packaging, and it's definitely something that I need to play with and update you guys eventually. How does it work? It almost looks very sugary inside when you're looking at the texture, but when I did a little swatch and little play with the texture on my TikTok, it actually feels really interesting, because when you like rubbing this in, like I'm gonna take a little bit, it's dissolving fully and it gets almost like foamy and milky and creamy. It's just the most ridiculous texture, but so fun to play with. It's crazy. I'm telling you, this is something that's so interesting for me. Like, I really want to try this. I'm a little worried about scent because, I mean, it smells great, but I mean, my skin is sensitive, so I'm a little worried to try this, but we definitely will do that, and I'll update you about the whole experience very soon. So it's supposed to be a very nice, refreshing facial scrub, and honestly, the fact that it's packed with dead sea salts tells me one thing, that it's definitely should like really rejuvenate and polish your skin in a way. But I would be always careful with scrubs that have some kind of sand inside, because it may irritate your skin potentially, and also don't scrub too much. This feels like it dissolves so easily, so I don't think it's going to be something that will bother my sensitive skin. But also this product is enriched with ceramides and squalane, so it also will provide that beautiful feel and also will strengthen your skin barrier. I could feel squalane because when you're rubbing this in, it gives you that oily feel almost like, so it's going to be soothing at the same time as polishing. So I'm excited. I'll try this. I'll update you guys about that eventually. And let's take a look at my choice section. So over here in my choice section, you see that we got some interesting products like liquid blush from BoxyCharm. I just decided to skip that. Brush set, it's my like last resort. I told you this guys before. There was also antioxidant cleanser from Smooth Beauty, no, and Morphe powder that Obviously not. Okay guys, and overall, after analyzing all of these products from this month, I want to tell you that don't mess with this highlighter because it gives you crazy look. Like I literally had to fully get rid of this. I mean, not fully, I still have a lot because it was so stunning, but not super wearable if to compare to the other highlighters I use for like daytime look. This is definitely that showstopper, so keep this in mind. Maybe you should buy the champagne color because I bet that looks gorgeous. The Girl Lactic palette was a little underwhelming for me. I apologize. I don't think it's my cup of tea. Even though the formula is quite nice, I'm gonna definitely keep playing with this and see how it goes, but shimmers just were very underwhelming. I think Natasha Denona got me a little more because I felt like this was my cup of tea. So I apologize. This is like totally preference, your preference versus mine, and I'm just sharing my thoughts. And if you have another thought, another point of view, it's amazing. It's completely normal for all of us to have different points of views. I'm just showing you how I feel and I'm telling you what I think about this palette, but the formula is quite nice and I think I will definitely keep playing with this. It just, I would prefer Natasha Denona over that. The other thing is the scrub. I'm gonna use this and update you about the whole performance and lip gloss. So like I told you guys before, all shiny part almost disappeared, but it stayed almost like balmy feeling, and it's been 1 hour and 37 minutes since I started filming. So yeah, that's something for you to keep in mind if you're thinking about buying this product. But overall, the total price of all of this box for this month is $138. So I hope this video actually was helpful in some way, also entertaining, and like always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And like always, let's learn new Ukrainian word. And since Easter is coming, let me tell you how to say Easter in Ukrainian. So if you want to say Easter in Ukrainian, you would say it like Великдень, Великдень, Великдень. And yeah guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I love you all very much and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.